I never thought it would happen to him. He was a picture of health. Always active. Always on the go. He had his routines, his habits. He was the kind of person who didn't slow down, no matter his age. But one morning, everything changed. He was found in his bed, peacefully asleep, but he never woke up. The hardest part? I had been with him just the night before. I watched him go to bed, as usual, but I didn't see the warning signs. I didn't notice how some of his nightly habits had slowly started to change. If I had paid closer attention, maybe I could have helped. And what haunts me most, I didn't know that something as simple as bedtime habits could be silently threatening his health. If you're 70 or older, or if you care for someone who is, stay with me for the next few minutes. In the next few moments, I'm going to share 5 bedtime habits you absolutely must avoid. Habits that could be quietly putting your life at risk without you even knowing it. You may not realize it, but bedtime can be one of the most dangerous times of the day for those of us who are aging. Maybe you've noticed it yourself. Your sleep patterns are changing. You're waking up more often during the night. Maybe you feel exhausted, but sleep doesn't come as easily as it once did. It's easy to brush it off, thinking it's just part of getting older, part of the natural process. But what if it's not just age? What if those changes are signals, silent warnings that something deeper might be happening? Imagine, with just a few simple changes, you could protect yourself from something far worse. What if you could avoid something that could quietly threaten your health while you're resting? That's what I wish I had known sooner. The truth is, we don't always notice the little things until it's too late. But today, I'm going to share what I've learned and how these small bedtime habits could be more dangerous than you think. I'm not here to scare you. I'm here to help you understand, so you can make small, smart changes. Changes that could mean the difference between waking up in the morning and not. These habits might seem harmless at first, but they could be silently putting your health at risk every single night. It's never too late to take control of your well-being. Let's talk about 5 bedtime habits you need to stop after 70, before they cost you more than you realize. These simple adjustments could make all the difference for a healthier, safer life. Sleeping with your head flat on the pillow. For years, we've been told that the best way to sleep is lying flat on our back with a standard pillow. But as we age, the muscles and ligaments in our neck weaken, and this can actually lead to airway obstructions. John, 71, learned this the hard way. For years, he slept comfortably on his back with no issues. He never thought much about the position of his pillow. But when he turned 70, things started to change. He noticed waking up with headaches, feeling short of breath, and his wife observed an increase in his snoring. At first, he dismissed it as just aging. But one night, after a particularly rough sleep, he went to the doctor. The diagnosis? Sleep apnea. Why did this happen? As we get older, the muscles in our necks lose strength. This weakening, combined with lying flat, can cause your airway to collapse or narrow during sleep. This leads to disrupted sleep patterns, snoring, and even sleep apnea, a condition where breathing stops and starts repeatedly during sleep. John wasn't the only one facing this issue. Many seniors experience a similar pattern. It's important to understand that the way we sleep has a direct impact on our overall health, especially as we age. Not only can poor sleep quality affect our mood and energy levels the next day, but it can also lead to more serious health concerns, such as heart problems, stroke, and even memory issues. What can you do about it? Simple changes can make a huge difference. Switching to a pillow that supports your neck in a slightly elevated position is a great place to start. This will help keep your airway open, making it easier to breathe through the night. It may take some time to adjust, but in the long run, it can significantly improve the quality of your sleep and overall health. Additionally, consider sleeping on your side. Side sleeping is a great alternative to flat on your back sleeping, as it helps prevent the airway from collapsing and can reduce snoring. You can use a body pillow to help keep you in the side position and improve comfort. Don't ignore the signs your body is sending you. If you wake up feeling tired or have difficulty breathing at night, it's worth considering the position in which you sleep. With small adjustments to your bedtime habits, you can improve your sleep quality and feel more energized and healthy throughout the day. This is just one of the habits to avoid, but it's an important first step toward better sleep and better health after 70. Going to bed after a heavy meal. It's tempting, isn't it? After a long day, sitting down to a big dinner, and then lying down to sleep. It feels like a reward for getting through the day, a comforting routine. But what we often don't realize is that going to bed right after a large meal can be one of the worst things we can do for our body, especially as we age. Betty, 74, learned this the hard way. She loved her evening meals, often indulging in generous portions of her favorite dishes. After finishing dinner, she would settle into bed, feeling full and content. But one night, after a particularly heavy meal, she woke up choking and gasping for air. She couldn't catch her breath, and the panic of not being able to breathe sent her straight to the emergency room. Fortunately, she was okay, but it was a wake-up call. Why did this happen? When we lie down immediately after eating, gravity isn't there to help keep the food and stomach acids where they belong. The food can push against the diaphragm, causing acid reflux, a condition where stomach acids flow back into the esophagus. This can lead to discomfort, disrupted sleep, and in more serious cases, aspiration pneumonia. This condition is particularly dangerous for older adults because it can increase the risk of infections in the lungs and exacerbate other respiratory issues. But that's not all. Going to bed after a big meal can also disrupt the body's natural digestion process. Digestion slows down when we're lying down, and food takes longer to break down, which can lead to bloating, indigestion, and discomfort through the night. When sleep is interrupted by digestive issues, it can affect our energy levels and mood the next day, making us feel more fatigued and sluggish. What do you do about it? One simple change can make a huge difference. Try to eat your dinner at least 2 to 3 hours before going to bed. This gives your body time to digest the food and prevent it from sitting in your stomach when you lie down. Not only will this help you sleep better, but it will also reduce the risk of acid reflux and heartburn. If you're someone who tends to feel hungry later in the evening and needs a snack, keep it light. Opt for something easy to digest, like a small piece of fruit, a handful of nuts, or a small bowl of yogurt. These light snacks won't put too much strain on your digestive system and will still satisfy your hunger without causing discomfort when you lie down. Making this simple adjustment to your bedtime routine can help you get a better night's sleep, reduce the risk of digestive issues, and improve your overall health. Remember, the goal is not just to sleep, but to sleep well and wake up feeling refreshed and ready to take on the day. Small changes like this one can make all the difference in maintaining your health as you age. Using screens before bed. We've all been guilty of it. Scrolling through our phones, watching TV, or catching up on social media right before bed. It feels natural, doesn't it? We want to unwind, relax, and distract ourselves after a long day. But did you know that this common habit can actually disrupt your sleep and even harm your health in the long run? Henry, 70, spent hours every night on his phone before bed. He would check emails, scroll through social media, watch videos, and catch up on the latest news. He thought it helped him wind down after a busy day. But after a while, he noticed something troubling. He couldn't fall asleep as easily anymore, and when he did, he felt restless throughout the night. Even though he was tired, his mind refused to switch off, and he found himself tossing and turning in bed for hours before finally drifting off. Why was this happening? The culprit was the blue light emitted by the screens of his phone, tablet, and TV. Research shows that blue light suppresses the production of melatonin, the hormone that signals to your brain that it's time to sleep. Melatonin is crucial for regulating your sleep-wake cycle. But when you expose yourself to blue light before bed, it can delay your body's natural sleep rhythm and make it harder to fall asleep. But it doesn't stop there. Blue light exposure at night can also interfere with the quality of your sleep. Even if you manage to fall asleep, you may find that your sleep is more fragmented and you wake up feeling less rested. Over time, this sleep disruption can lead to a whole host of issues, including increased stress, cognitive decline, and a weakened immune system, all of which can be particularly problematic as we age. What can you do about it? The solution is surprisingly simple. Stop using screens at least 30 minutes before bed. Turning off your phone, tablet, or computer gives your brain time to wind down and naturally start producing melatonin, preparing your body for sleep. If you're used to having a screen in front of you before bed, You might feel strange at first, but there are plenty of alternative activities that can help you relax and transition to sleep without the negative effects of blue light. Instead of scrolling through social media or watching TV, try reading a book or listening to a calming podcast. Meditation or deep breathing exercises can also help you relax and center your mind before bedtime. Even listening to soothing music or sounds can create a peaceful atmosphere and signal to your brain that it's time to wind down. By making this simple change, you can significantly improve your sleep quality, feel more rested, and wake up ready to take on the day. It's a small adjustment with big benefits, and it could make all the difference in your overall health and well-being. Sleeping with your bedroom too warm. We've all experienced that cozy feeling of crawling into a warm bed after a long day. It's tempting, isn't it? A warm room can feel so comforting, especially when the weather is chilly. But here's the thing. While a little warmth can be relaxing, keeping your bedroom too warm can actually make it harder for your body to enter deep sleep. Marie, 78, loved the warmth of her bedroom. For years, she would set the thermostat to a comfortable temperature and drift off to sleep. But over time, she noticed something strange. She began waking up multiple times during the night, feeling hot and sweaty. She initially thought it was just a part of aging, a natural change that came with getting older. But after trying different solutions, she discovered that the real issue was the temperature in her room. Why was this happening? When your body gets too warm, it becomes harder for it to regulate its internal temperature during sleep. Our bodies naturally cool down as we prepare to sleep, which helps us enter deeper stages of rest. If your room is too hot, your body struggles to cool down, disrupting your sleep cycle. This can cause you to wake up frequently throughout the night, preventing you from reaching the deeper, restorative phases of sleep. This disruption in sleep can have serious consequences for your overall health. Deep sleep is essential for repairing muscles, boosting immune function, and consolidating memories. Without enough deep sleep, you may find yourself feeling groggy, fatigued, or irritable during the day. Additionally, poor sleep can increase the risk of chronic health conditions, such as high blood pressure, heart disease, and even cognitive decline, all of which can affect older adults more significantly. So what can you do to fix this issue? The solution is simple. Keep your bedroom cool, ideally between 65 to 67 degrees Fahrenheit, 18 to 20 degrees Celsius. This temperature range is optimal for sleep and helps your body naturally regulate its temperature. You can also make a few other adjustments to improve your sleep environment. Use lighter bedding or wear breathable fabrics, such as cotton or linen, that allow air to flow through and help regulate your body's temperature. Avoid using heavy blankets or comforters that can trap heat. If you don't have air conditioning, consider using a fan to circulate the air in your room. If it's winter and you don't want to freeze, you can still keep the room cool by opening a window slightly, just enough to let fresh air in without making it too cold. Some people find that cooling mattress pads or cooling pillows can also be helpful in maintaining a comfortable sleep environment. By making these small changes to your bedroom environment, you can ensure that you're getting the best quality sleep possible. A cool room will help you stay comfortable throughout the night and allow your body to reach those deep sleep stages that are so crucial for your health and well-being. So, before you crawl into bed tonight, take a moment to check the temperature in your room. You might just find that the perfect sleep environment is cooler than you thought. Not having a consistent sleep schedule. You might think that going to bed whenever you feel like it doesn't make a big difference. But here's the truth. Not having a consistent sleep schedule can really throw off your body's internal clock, your circadian rhythm. And as we get older, it becomes even more important to maintain a regular sleep routine. Tom, 73, was one of those people who didn't worry much about what time he went to bed. Some nights, he'd fall asleep by 9 p.m., while other nights, he wouldn't be in bed until 2 a.m. He didn't think it mattered. After all, he was still getting his sleep. However, over time, Tom started noticing that he was feeling more fatigued during the day. He couldn't seem to stay alert, and he felt like his energy was constantly dipping. He was no longer able to function at his best, and that's when he started wondering if his inconsistent sleep schedule might be part of the problem. So why does this happen? Our bodies rely on a regular sleep-wake cycle to function properly. If you go to bed at different times each night, your circadian rhythm, which helps regulate sleep and wakefulness, becomes confused. This disruption can lead to fluctuations in your energy levels, making you feel tired during the day, even if you've had a full night's sleep. Your body becomes out of sync, and you may not feel rested no matter how many hours you spend in bed. This can be especially problematic for older adults. As we age, our circadian rhythms tend to shift, and we may find ourselves getting sleepy earlier in the evening and waking up earlier in the morning. If we don't stick to a consistent schedule, it can exacerbate these changes and cause us to feel even more disoriented or fatigued. The good news is, it's never too late to start improving your sleep habits. One of the best things you can do for your health is establish a consistent sleep schedule. Try going to bed and waking up at the same time every day, even on weekends. This helps your body regulate its natural rhythms, making it easier for you to fall asleep and wake up refreshed. You might find it difficult at first, especially if you're used to staying up late or waking up at different times. But don't worry, with time, your body will adjust. Start by setting a bedtime and sticking to it, and try to wake up at the same time each day. Avoid naps late in the afternoon, as they can interfere with your ability to fall asleep at night. If you're having trouble adjusting, gradually move your bedtime earlier or later by 15-minute increments until you find a schedule that works for you. By establishing a consistent sleep routine, you'll likely find that your energy levels improve during the day, and you'll feel more alert and focused. Not only will it help you sleep better, but it will also contribute to better overall health. So, tonight, start by setting a bedtime and sticking to it. Your body will thank you for it in the long run. Remember, it's never too late to make a change. Even small adjustments to your bedtime routine can have a big impact on your overall health, improve your sleep, and allow you to enjoy more time with those you care about. Whether it's changing the way you sleep, adjusting the temperature in your room, or sticking to a consistent sleep schedule, these habits can help you feel more rested and energized. If you've noticed any of these habits in your own routine, don't wait. It's not too late to make a change. Try implementing these tips tonight and see how much better you feel when you wake up tomorrow. You'll be amazed at the difference these small changes can make. Share this video with someone you love. Let's ensure that we're all living our healthiest lives, no matter our age. Together, we can support one another in making positive changes that benefit our well-being. And if you've experienced any of these changes yourself or have other tips that have worked for you, we'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below. Your story could inspire and help someone else who's facing the same challenges. We're all in this together, and your voice can make a real difference.